back, I'm Gertie Rude, back again, the Christmas Eve mood. Well, here we are. I hope that wherever you are in the world, all is safely gathered in, and you are surrounded by your friends and family, and Christmas glad tidings to one and all, wherever you are. I suppose some people in the world, it's already Christmas Day. Yes, I think it is. I think in Australia, you're already having your Christmas dinner, aren't you? So we are 6 hours away from it being Christmas, so let's enjoy it. But I thought what we do is we just jump in and see what's been going on with the Marklets, because we need that at Christmas, don't we? We do, Vutu.
Two performances a day, 8,000. They had a World Cup yesterday.
Right.
Great competition. No, it's proper horse sport. You've never seen so many horse sports.
Oh, that's what they're going on.
Coming to London.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it's the polo thing. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, for some reason, I just don't care. So, Prince Harry's being laughed at. Royal Friends blast weird Netflix polo documentary. Well, I've got Netflix and I can't find this weird polo documentary, so I'm not sure. Apparently it's on Netflix. Has anybody seen it out there, troops? Hands up. Have you seen it yet?
There's different reasons. But I tell you what, I don't think there was a horse box left in the country if it wasn't Reno over the last few days. I've never seen so many, but there we go.
Right. And you've had quite a time, of course. You presented Princess Anne with an award. We spoke about that yesterday.
Oh, God.
Yes, not a bad week.
How did that pan out? He presented Princess Anne with an award. It's usually the other way round. Yes. Once I suspect she was made up, wasn't she? Anyway, move on, quick.
Yeah, really privileged to see her on Wednesday.
Right.
So now get ready for Christmas. And obviously the Royals will be doing exactly the same.
Never mind that. Where's the
Yes, well, I mean, we spoke about that. We spoke about the Christmas cards yesterday. What did the Christmas cards tell us about that? There's still other royal news around.
That's nice.
I don't think we touched on this, but Prince Harry's Netflix show about Polo.
Look at her. She's made up to get that glass bowl. I expect she's thinking to herself, that's just what I needed. Anyway, back to the polo.
Hasn't done very well. It's
no.
I mean, you would expect that his critics would hate it, but even his chums hate it. Tommy Seven, the captain of Polo England, who played with Princes William and Harry, revealed that he thought the show was, quote, very weird.
Oh, weird.
Well, yes, well, I've been doing some...
So basically it's elitist, isn't it? Oh, hello. Why did I stop just there? Most unbecoming, isn't it? Oh, I can't find the switch. Where do I press to get rid of that terrible sight, Vutu ladies? Oh dear, I'm all in a fuddly fuddle. I'm not sure what I have to press to stop looking at this. Oh, dearie me. Anyway, oh dear, I think I've just found it.
I'm digging around because it was an ideal opportunity at the show this week because there have been lots of people who play polo. And
loads. I know loads of people that play polo.
And it's almost being laughed at by members of the polo community at the elite level.
Nacho.
Because it just feels like a bit of a polo reality show around some people with a bit of an ego.
I might be a bitch, but looking at those guys there, I don't want to be nasty, but I would have thought that Barry Barrington is kind of like the ugly brother, isn't he, when he's with them? Because, they're rich, young, fit, good-looking geezers, aren't they?
And it's not really polo at the very highest standard, say some people, but it's just, and I have to say, when you look at it, you've got a guy who seems to swear the whole way through it, and it's obviously trying to create sort of family tensions, so it's no more than a sort of polo-based reality TV show, and it hasn't gone down particularly well within the...
Oh my God, don't, just look at that. How pretentious. Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Muchness. Oh my God. They executively produced it because we know that Meghan is like something in polo. She does know a lot about polo, and like she knows a lot about everything, like handbags apparently she's very good with, and jam. Yeah, we've been treated to that this year. And courgette muffins. Or as they say in America, zucchini, because I think when you say zucchini, it makes it sound better than courgette. Because in Britain, we just think a courgette muffin, eh? I mean, what next? A Brussels sprout muffin? A spring greens muffin? Anyway, so we've had muffin. We've had too much muffin from them too, haven't we? Was it this year we were treated to the super fast car chase? Or was that last year? I've given up the will to live. I think it was early this year. Don't care. So it all blends into one with these two. And now, at the end of the year, we've been treated to polo. and the Prince Harry and the Meghan Markle are the executive produced, you know. They produced it executively, I'll have you know. I wonder what they did. Did they do the full stops at the end of the sentences? Did they hold the blotting paper? Go on.
The community, because it seems to be a distraction, and these players, that are many of them that are featured, are not at the elite level. Of course,
you do need courage. You do, to sit on a horse and like rag it around and this, that, and the other, and dig the spurs in. It takes a lot of courage for the horse.
Are a couple, and we know it's a tough sport, but at the same time, in terms of the content of it, it's not particularly good. And I have to say, it has elements of some of the commentary at the end of the film sounds like it could have just been lifted from the film Dodgeball. But anyway, there we go.
I mean, you can kind of...
Didn't they get that when we were in the Raj in India, when we owned India or whatever we did to India? Because I can't remember. Obviously, I'm not that old. I wasn't exactly there. But didn't they have something and they used to bat around? Was it like a pig's bladder or something? Or a horse's stomach, I don't know, cow's stomach stuffed. I don't know what they did, but it's taken off. Obviously, we poshed it up, didn't we? What with us being British, I have you know. And we used a ball because we found it far more humanitarian. But they do a similar game. I think it's taken from that. And also, the Mongolian tribesmen have got a very similar, and they have like a World Cup of it. I don't think they call it polo, but it is, for all intents and purposes, polo, but just not posh. And much more fun.
See why they commissioned it, the idea of glamorous people playing this very glamorous sport and the rivalry and all that kind of stuff. I totally get that. I just saw on that clip though the executive producers, and it says Prince Harry and Meghan, and again, is this, as far as I understand, he doesn't really appear till the end of it.
You're kind of embarrassed for them, aren't you? Executively produced by the Muchness. I mean, if you accept it, I mean, she doesn't even know how to produce anything anyway. I mean, you've only got to look at that dumb bleeding, what were they? Podcasts, were they? Tenuously, we can call them podcasts. Wasn't she trying to get Joe Rogan took down or something so she could be the best podcaster in the world? That didn't go too well. And so now she's an executive producer. If she could executively produce these children, that would be nice.
Anyway, he's never...
And before everybody says, oh, you can't say anything, listen, if they lived in a council house and said that they had 2 children, no one's ever seen them for like 5 years, people would be concerned. And it's kind of inverted snobbery that we're not allowed to question them, because the children are still children. They've still got rights, human and civil rights, and nobody sees them. So I think people have got every right to be concerned and say, are they okay? That's all we want to know. Especially after reading Spare, there's quite a few issues going around Spare, that if somebody just, say, lived in rented accommodation or council estate somewhere and had 2 children no one had seen for 5 years, and everyone knew had a history of whatever it was in their background, people would rightly be concerned. And that's what we are. We're concerned, one and all. Well, I am. Can't talk for you guys, but I am.
Executive produced a television programme in his life.
I know, neither of them have.
Yeah, the credits for that seem to be bigger than any Cecil B. DeMille film.
I know, it's sad.
You know, it's enormous.
Oh my God, do you remember this bit? It's so cringingly embarrassing. With Nacho and that, oh dear, go on.
The odd little appearance in the film, but it's not about him by any stretch of the imagination. Yes, they're seen in a couple of episodes, but not for long. Meghan speaks a bit of Spanish along the way, but it's mainly about these various people, sort of patrons of teams and family relationships. But
well, I don't know about you, but I'm bored of it. Anyway, so yeah, that's going to be a Netflops instead of a Netflix, isn't it? Wherever you are in the world, do have a wonderful Christmas. I do wish you a very joyous Christmas and a happy New Year. But I'll do that again next week, because let's get ourselves through Christmas. So I'm going to love you and leave you, and joy to the world. Bye-bye now.